Electrochemical cells. Let us first understand what exactly are electrochemical cells. All these cells are setups in which either the chemical energy is converted to electrical energy or electrical energy is converted to chemical energies are called electrochemical cells. So any setup or a device or a system in which any one of these conversion is taking place is called electrochemical cell. Now we can take an example of a simple galvanic or a voltaic cell like which we have done in your class 11th, like this one, zinc and copper one. Now in this what we find is, like in this is the zinc vessel taken, zinc half cell, zinc electrode is taken in zinc sulfate, and this is a copper half cell, copper is taken in copper sulfate solution. The two solutions are connected through salt bridge, and we know that this is a normal galvanic or a voltaic cell and it will be giving an output of 1.1 volt. Now what we have done is we have connected this cell to an external source and an extra battery or a cell which is actually symbolized here as EX. Now this is we can vary the voltage apply coming out of this EX. Now what we find is that the two sides are connected through a galvanometer. Now if we keep on increasing the potential of this EX cell, and what we find is till it is less than this 1.1 volt, what we find is the normal reaction takes place in this cell, and this cell behaves like your normal galvanic cell or a voltaic cell. Whereas the moment we find that this E external becomes equal to your 1.1 volt, which is the potential of your this galvanic cell, no current flows, because the current which is coming out, the electrons which is coming out from here, from the negative side of this, and which are coming out of from this negative side of this, will interact, and therefore what we find is no current will flow in this case, and the galvanometer will show a zero reading. But the moment the EX exceeds 1.1 volt, that means the potential output of this cell is more than the galvanic cell's output. The reverse reaction takes place in this case. So the reaction which was actually a normal reaction of conversion of the zinc and copper ions to copper plus zinc ions, this spontaneous redox reaction which was giving out a voltage of 1.1 volt, this becomes just the reverse of this, and what we find is this reaction becomes non-spontaneous, and that non-spontaneous reaction is then allowed to take place with the use of the potential of this cell, and that is why then this galvanic cell gets turned to what the second type of cell, which is called electrolytic cell. So the both of these are having a basic major difference, that in these galvanic cells spontaneous redox reactions are allowed to take place, and the energy released in this are converted to electrical energy, and the electrolytic cells are the cells in which non-spontaneous redox reactions takes place with the help of the external electrical energy, and which is getting converted into the chemical bonds and is stored in the form of chemical energy. So this is a basic fundamental difference of the two, and yes, if the potential applied from outside is more than the potential of the cell, it becomes an electrolytic cell, and if the potential applied from outside is less, then the normal cell will behave like a normal usual galvanic cell. So this is what we can understand. Now let us go into the details of these two cells one by one separately, so that we can understand their normal functioning and how they are formed. So let us first do galvanic cells.